paper. I'm here with my long red rectangle of a paper. We need to make some lines on this paper, and we want them to be about the same distance apart, and we want them all to be about the same thickness. We don't want some thick ones and some thin ones. So at the top of your paper, you're going to draw 6 dots, about your finger width apart. See how I'm doing that? Then I'm going to count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And you have 6 dots on your paper. We're going to go to the other end and we're going to do the same thing. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And now I have 6 dots on the bottom of my paper. And now we're just going to connect the dots. First dot all the way down to the first dot. Whew. Second line gets tricky. We don't want our lines to touch. All the way down. Make sure your lines are straight from one dot to another. Don't make them wiggly. Make sure your lines don't touch. All right, you know that you've done a good job when your lines do not touch each other, because the next step, we are going to be cutting these out, and we don't want to have our pieces fall apart. All right, so once you're all done with your lines and they look good, if you make a mistake, you can always do the back. We're going to cut out these into long strips. Take your time. We don't want the lines to be bumpy and jaggy. So just open and close, open and close. Stay on your line. As you move your scissors up the paper, your other hand should be moving with you. And the trick is, when you make 6 lines on your paper, do you know that you will get 7 pieces when you cut them out? Yeah, you will. We'll have 7 when we get done. Just wait. There we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. All right, that is the first step. All right, next we are going to get a piece of white paper. This paper is 9 by 12, and we're going to be using glue to stick on our red strips. I am going to show you both methods, liquid glue and a glue stick, and how we're going to take these red strips on here and start making our American flag with the red strips. First thing we will do is write our name on one side of our paper with a pencil so it doesn't show through to the other side, and then we're going to flip it over. All right, we're going to put this off to the side for a second, and we're going to talk about how we are going to glue these onto the paper. This is a very skinny strip of paper. So when we go to use the glue bottle, we're going to use just a little bit of glue so it doesn't squeeze out and make a huge mess. When you're using the glue bottle, you want to pick off any dried glue that you might see at the tip of the glue bottle, like that. And then we're going to twist the tip of it, not the cap, the tip of it right here, until it opens, and you'll see it right there. Okay, and then we're going to listen for it to go. All right, and that means it is ready. If you're using a glue stick, you're going to twist the glue up just a little bit using the bottom. So just a little bit of the glue is coming out, not a lot, or it will smoosh and make a giant old mess. We don't need that. So first step, if you are using liquid glue, we're going to put just a couple dots of glue down our strip of paper. Little tiny dot, 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 not a lot. The first red stripe is going to go at the very tippy top of our paper. So it goes right along the edge. The next one we put down is going to go at the very bottom of our paper. And you might see your pencil marks. So put the glue on the same side as your pencil marks. So if I use a liquid glue, I'm going to go down the strip of paper 2 times. 1, 2. Try to keep it on the paper, not on the desk, not on the white paper. Pick it up, flip and stick it. You shouldn't see pencil marks, and slide it so the bottom, the red stripe, covers up the white paper. And then what we're going to do is we're going to put the pieces, the last 5 remaining stripes, down and in the middle of our project. Spacing them out, making a red and white pattern. And the glue choice is up to you, but I'll show you what both of those look like. Find the pencil marks, put the glue on the same side as your pencil marks, so your pencil marks don't show. Tiny dots. If you do the dot method and your dots are huge, the glue is still going to squeeze out. Leave some white space. So little tiny dots, little tiny squeezes. Leave some white space, stick it on. If you're doing the glue stick, find the pencil marks. Glue goes on the same side as your pencil marks. Down once, down twice. And I barely have a fingernail covering up the edge here, so I get as much glue on there as I can. Find the pencil marks, go down once, go down twice. I think that's from the paper cutter. And then, when the glue dries, you can still see the glue marks on the white paper. After a while, glue sticks will actually kind of make your paper turn yellow. So they might not show up right away, but after sitting on the wall for a month, you'll start seeing these gross, dirty looking yellow marks on your paper from your glue. And the same thing goes for this glue, that sometimes it will show up afterwards. Once you get this far, that is step 1 or step 2 of our project, we're going to flip it over and give the back a good rubbing to make sure all of the edges are stuck down, especially the glue sticks, because they don't always work the best. There we go. All right, that's our second step, adding the stripes with glue. When you're done with the glue, you're going to put it back down, put the cap back on so it clicks. And with this one, you are going to close it to get rid of this little space in between here. Twist, twist, twist. If there's any white glue up here, wipe it off and rub your hands together to get rid of any sticky glue that might be left. All right, friends, our next step is we need to practice making stars for the blue part of our American flag. So when it comes time to make a 5-pointed star, I'm talking about a star that looks like this. I'm going to show you some ways to do that. So to make a star like this, one of the tricks is don't lift up your pencil that you are drawing with. You're going to go and make a diagonal line that goes up. Don't pick up your pencil and make a diagonal line that goes back down and stop. And now we're going to go across. We're going to go right through the middle over here. And then this is going to be a horizontal. It's going to go straight across. And then back to the start. All right, so once again, a diagonal to start. Down, another diagonal down. The next diagonal is going to cross right through here. The next line is a horizontal straight across and back to the start. That's one way. I also have friends be successful making it like this. You can try doing the two diagonal lines to start, kind of like a letter A, and cross your horizontal line through this. This is horizontal, perfectly straight from left to right. And then do a little crisscross action. This is going to touch down here with a diagonal. And then this is going to go over here. All right, once again, sort of like how you start a letter A or making a triangle. Horizontal goes right through, making, looks like a letter A. And then crisscross. This is going to go here. And this is going to go here. Either way, you'll end up with a 5-point star. You are going to practice, 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 whether it's on white paper, dry erase boards, practice paper, whatever it is. Practice, practice, practice until you can do it without having to kind of think about it. Once you get there, then we're going to go and you'll get your blue paper. Now on your blue paper, you're going to get 2 tries. You can do it on the front and do it on the back. And who knows how many stars are on the American flag? 50 stars. Will we be able to fit 50 on this little paper? I don't know. Maybe, maybe not. But we're going to make them in rows going across, just like we did on our practice paper. You're going to use a white crayon, a white colored pencil. All the way across. Now, if you make your stars too big, you can flip it over and try on the back. All right. Now I drew them, and now I'm going to take some time and color in everything. And then what happens is you don't see all the lines you used to make it. I'll be right back. All right, I have finished coloring in my stars on my blue paper with, I did a colored pencil. You might have a crayon or some other material. And I'm going to get ready to glue it on to the stripes part of my American flag. Now, you either are going to be doing the gluing with a glue bottle or a glue stick. Remember, when opening up your glue bottle, you're going to twist the tip. All right, not this part, this part. See if there's any dried glue on there that needs to come off. Ta-da, there is. And then listen for the sound. If you're using a glue stick, you're just going to make a square on here or a rectangle a couple times. If you're using liquid glue, I'm going to draw a small rectangle inside the blue rectangle. Give me enough space to grab the sides without getting my fingers dirty. If I put the glue all the way on the edge, I don't have a spot to grab and flip it. By putting the glue in just a little bit, making the rectangle a little bit smaller, I am able to grab it easily. I'm going to put this right in the corner up here, press it on, flip it over, and give it a rub. And there you go. You have made your American flag correctly. We have about 50 stars in the blue rectangle of our project. We have 7 red stripes and 6 white stripes representing the 13 original colonies of the United States of America. When we are all done, let's make sure we take care of all of our tools, which means we are closing our glue bottle. Caps are back on all the materials that we used. Your name is on your project and it is ready to be turned in.